Hey everyone, this is Peggy with Sweet Tea Makery, and I'm coming on at 5 today, crafty at 5. I'm doing a Dollar Tree ghosty door hanger, or you could use it on a wreath if you're going to do a Halloween wreath. And I know it's a little early to do Halloween, but if we don't do it now, then when you see these things, you won't be able to find them because they're in the stores now. So I just wanted to kind of get that out there as to why I'm doing Halloween in August. Excuse me. So I appreciate you joining me today. I wanted to tell you something really, really quick. So I'm celebrating 800 followers. It's exciting to have your support. And by doing that, I am doing a King Sumo giveaway. And I will post the link to that. I'll try to do it in the live, but if I don't get it done in the live, I will post it on the replay post. So you can go to that. But I wanted to give you a quick little look at the swag bag. So what I'm giving away is actually this gorgeous ribbon. I just love it. So welcome, and just going through letting everyone know that I'm doing a celebration of 800 followers for my Facebook page, and so I'm doing a King Sumo giveaway, and it started on Sunday and it's going to end next Sunday. So just I believe Sunday or Saturday. It's on the giveaway, but I'm going to post that link on my replay post, so you can follow it and get your chance to win. So what I'm giving away is this roll of gorgeous fall ribbon and this swag bag. So this is one that I put together, and I'll give you just one little more hint of what's in the swag bag, but the rest of it's sweet. It really is cute stuff, but I'll just give you a little sneak peek of one of the other items that's in this swag bag. Oops, you might be seeing some other things. But anyway, whoever wins that will get this little sweet tea swag bag. So we've got that out of the way, and we're going to work on our craft. So I was in the Dollar Tree, and they had the cutest things, y'all. Oh my gosh. I got myself in trouble, really, honestly, getting a lot of stuff from there because I just saw this, and I turned the corner and saw something else. But anyway, so what I picked up was one of these adorable little ghost wooden, whatever you want to call it, a door hanger or whatever, but anyway. And he looks kind of scary, I know. He's cute, but one of the other things that I'm doing is I'm going to change it up just slightly, just a little bit. So I'm going to pull the camera down, and let's see if we can click on here, and we're just going to quickly make sure that everything's going, that everyone can see me. There we go. All right. And hopefully we can check out the comments, but we'll see. If I don't get to your comment now, I will go back and answer any questions that you may have. So we're going to get started right now, and I'm going to turn you down so that you can see while we work on this project. So let's get you adjusted. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Just want to make sure that you can see the project at hand, and we can get started. So what I did for you here, so we could save some time, is that you can certainly cut this little hanger off, but I decided that I would try taping it so that when I painted it, I went ahead and painted it, and I painted both sides. And I did that for a specific reason, and I'll show you in a minute. But you can, certainly remove this as painter's tape. We can certainly remove that in just a little bit. I might even cut it. And let's see, yeah, there we go. So we can turn it. So Ghosty is already painted. And I didn't really want mine to look angry looking. So I had some spare pieces of wood that I had purchased in a bag. It was just a mixed bag of wood. So I went ahead and painted one of them black, so you can see kind of what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to reach over here, and I'm just going to show you. It was just a bag of that I purchased, some crafting wood supplies, and they were all different sizes. So I keep some of these little supplies handy. You never know when you're going to need them. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to change out, you'll see, and see how it changes the facial expression. So I particularly didn't want an angry looking, scary looking ghost. I don't know if y'all are like me, but I like the cutesy Halloweens and not the scary. But the reason why I painted the other side, I'm just going to show you real quick. So if you wanted to change this around, you will already have this painted, so it's not showing the natural wood, and you can do the scary part, or you can add another piece of wood onto this side and make it look non-scary. Anyway, so we're going to get started, and I just used a regular craft acrylic paint. You can get it in any craft store. I particularly like this brand, but you can certainly use Apple Barrel, anything that you want to use. I think we all have paint here. So, and we're going to use our glue gun, and I use different brushes. It just depends on what I have on hand. Sometimes I use a sponge brush, and sometimes I use an actual real brush. We all know what those are too. Let's get my water ready. So, y'all, you can tell I've done a lot of painting, so pardon my my little paint. And that's my snack in case I get hungry. I love moon pies. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and again, I did most of the painting, but we're gonna do a little bit here. So I have some black paint, and this stuff dries really quick. That's the beauty of it. And what I like to do when on my work surface, this is another little thing that I do, you might want to try it, but I buy, and I'm trying to give y'all some tips along the way. So you can use this or the cheapo brand from Dollar General, but I take wax paper. It's cheaper than paper plates really in the long run, and so I just run some wax paper over my surface. I use painter's tape to tape it down and hold it in place, so it doesn't move around on me. Just a little quick tip there. And you can actually put this on a paper plate with wax paper. I do that as well. Just quick little tips, and then I can reuse my paper plate, because these styrofoam ones, even paper ones, are not cheap. So, but you don't have to do that. You can certainly, and we're going to get our hands dirty, so so I'm going to quickly paint this up, and we'll let it dry while we work another part of the project. And if you're just joining me, I'm Peggy with Sweet Tea Makery, and I love to craft. And again, we're just going to, we're not going to not get paint on us. And I normally wear an apron, but this is such a quickie little craft project. It's not any big deal. And we're just going to try to get all of that so we don't have to deal with it while we're working on this other project. I mean, working on the rest of the project, not the other project. I got lots of projects coming up, y'all. Has anybody been to the Dollar Tree yet and picked up any of the cute little things that they have? The leaves and they have acorns. They have these little cutouts here. Acorns, oh my gosh, leaves, Halloween houses, ghosts. They had the most cutest little things. I picked up a bunch of projects so we can work on them here together. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna set it over there. And I'll wipe my hands just a tad bit. And y'all, I just used a sponge brush to paint this surface white. You can certainly use a chip brush, which is, you know, has the, it's like a regular sort of paintbrush. I use this because, number one, you can get in here really, see how it squeezes in? You can get into these little edges. I just prefer it. And then you can dab it and then brush it out to smooth it out. And we'll see, we'll stick that on the top. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna call her a girl, because you can make these a boy or a girl. Or you can make them just generic. But what I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna put glue in the middle. And the reason why, it's not on the glue gun. The reason why I'm not putting it in the middle is because it's gonna see through this open part. So we're gonna go around the edge of this. And I'm gonna stick my little brush in there. I love this little bin. It's been used quite a bit, but it has this nice little surface on the bottom that helps you clean your brush. All right, so we're gonna try to not burn ourselves, but we're gonna go around and put a small little bead of glue. And it's gonna be, ooh. And we're gonna have to be sort of careful here. We don't have to go all the way around because that glue will stick, as we know. So, I'm gonna carefully hold it and drop it down. Let's see, before I drop it all the way down, I'm gonna grab this one just to make sure we kind of line up. So I want to put a little bit of space in there. Okay. So now we're just going to press that down. And if it's not quite dry and you get it on, then you can just go back over with white paint. So hey everyone. Anyway, it feels dry enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this. Y'all, I just wanted to tell y'all while we're gluing this and getting this going, I just joined a friend's, I'm wanting to go on YouTube because Facebook is really kind of just not being our friend. And YouTube, oh my gosh, I don't know about y'all, but I watch a lot of YouTube. And not a lot, but when I can, I prefer YouTube. I learn, you know, how software, I learn how to do crafting, or if I don't know something, I learn it through YouTube. And so my friend is an expert in business mentor is an expert in YouTube. And she's offering a 6-week course called Success in 6. And I decided to join it because I know nothing about actually working on YouTube, and or as far as my business wise. And she quit her 6-figure job, y'all. Oh my gosh, because of that success. So she's teaching a course, and if you're interested, I am affiliate for her. Just gonna let you know up front, and I'll post that in the post too. I'm not gonna go much more into that. Just wanted to pass it along if you're interested. Okay, let's get back to crafting. So anyway, so now we have this cute little figure. So this is a quick craft, y'all. It's not going to take all that long. So, you know, it took me maybe 20 minutes to paint both sides. You don't even have to paint both sides. Let's look, I'll show you. See how you know, and we might have got some glue, and that's okay, because you can just come back and just actually pick it off with your finger, or use your use an X-Acto knife, and you can kind of get it and then repaint, you know, kind of touch it up there. Anyway, here she is, and I'm calling her a girl because I want to make mine a girl. So I also purchased some of these letters from the local craft store. And you can get all different styles. You can get all different sizes. I just picked these. And, you know, I keep them when they go on sale. I use my coupons and just pick them up here and there when I see my stash is low. And again, these are the particular ones that I used. They're cute. I think they're made by Plaid. And what I do when I open them to keep from all this stuff going, I'm an organizational freak person, so I have these little Ziplocs. These little square Ziplocs work perfect for these. And then so I just put them in there, and then I'm not worried about it going all over the place. Just another tip. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some jute. And you can certainly go ahead and, you know, just decide. I think I'm going to put it here. We'll see when we get to the end. But our jute is going to hold our little banners, our little triangles. And what I did here was I took some cardstock and I cut out I think it's about, let's see, let's measure it. This is another thing too, when you use your, when you use this wax paper, you can see right through, so you can do your measurements here. Let's try it. So it's almost a 3-inch triangle, almost. But anyway, so I cut that out as my template. It's cardstock, so it's a little thick, but anyway, I just kind of, well, you can see where I didn't quite get it, but as I was cutting, I was able to make it a little bit nicer. And then I cut out my burlap fabric. I had a scrap piece of fabric, so I cut 3 of those out. And I'm undecided. I can still use it. And here's a little trick. I'm going to tell you another trick. It's full of tricks today. So what you can do is to help keep this from fraying. I like the little rustic look to it personally. But you can take fabric check, and it comes in a bottle of liquid, and you can take your brush and you can just brush along the edges after you cut it, and it doesn't take very long to dry. And so here, we'll get this. Anyway, you can do it, and it dries clear. You see, I've already did it on this, and you can't even tell. You can also use Mod Podge. I don't have the fabric one right here with me, but you can use Mod Podge to do the same thing. And you see, it's still pliable. But the fabric Mod Podge, which I have in my other area of my house, in my craft stash room, it's actually a blue, I believe it's blue label, and it'll say for fabric. But I've even used this. So yay Mod Podge for all kinds of purposes. All right, let's get back. So what we're going to do is I want to decide if I actually want to use the burlap. Oops. And we can adjust this. So right now we're just thinking. Okay. And we'll get to painting these in just a little bit, because those won't take long either. It's plain like that. And I do like the buffalo check, y'all. I am into the buffalo check. It just looks cute, and it goes with that. It's a little big right now. And the reason why is why I want to show you what I did. So you can't always find the fabric, right? You know, I've gone into, you know, sometimes you can find it. But you don't have to go and buy buffalo check fabric. You can use some. I just purchased this. I'm just going to tell you, I purchased it at Hobby Lobby, and it's actually ribbon. So I just cut off some of that, because it's actually fabric. It's, you know, ribbon fabric. So I just cut off a piece that I needed, and I used my little template that I made, and we're going to go, I think we're going to go, let's see. So I want to try to match up the pattern. So we're going to look at this. I might get quiet, because when I'm thinking, I get quiet. And so I know I kind of came to that point, and I'm just going to line it up as best as I can. This doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So, and we're just going to cut it. And you can just hold it. Again, you don't have to be perfect on it. As we can tell, I can't quite get my fingers to go in. There we go. And you can kind of eyeball it. And if it doesn't work out, you just cut another piece. See, like this piece, I was so focused on that I didn't even, let's just cut another piece. And that's where we make our oops. And shows that we're not perfect, we're all perfectly imperfect. Let's start at this end. All right, I'm gonna flip it over. Actually, this is the right side of the fabric, so let's try it that way. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. And again, I'm trying, the reason why I'm not going all the way to the edge is because when I did this, actually I need to go right about here. So this point, you see where it's black? I'm just trying to match. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm trying to get there close enough. And so we're going, let's see if we can do it one more time, not waste too much of the ribbon. And we'll line it back up again, trying to get this where you can see it also. Okay. And we're gonna move our scrap out of the way. And you can see I painted earlier, so well, this is my wax paper. Okay, and so what I did was I kind of adjusted for it. So I made it, you know, I didn't use the exact, I just adjusted up a little bit. And that was just to give myself some wiggle room. So we're gonna just kind of use that as our, see? And later on, I can go back and make a bigger template for my little template bag. Hey everyone, I'm glad you're joining me. Oh, let's see if we can take a look real quick. What is the ghost made out of? It's wood, Kathy. Whoops. It is wood, Kathy. I'm just gonna answer a few quick questions, y'all, and we'll get back onto the project. You thinking it can be dangerous? No, you're so silly. It's wood, you see? It's a thin, little thin, and it's really lightweight. I don't know if you know what balsa wood is, but balsa wood is very a thin, light wood, and that's basically what this is made of. So it's not a heavy one, and it's from, you know, I'm gonna tell you, it's from Dollar Tree. It's $1. And so you could certainly buy these online, and you know, in a lot thicker wood, but you know, this is just a Dollar Tree project. So okay, so here's my dilemma. I'm trying to decide if I want to use the burlap and this, or just the buffalo check. So let's take a look. And again, you can keep it from fraying by using fray check. And you can just brush this off. So let's see, what do we have here? And we're gonna, it doesn't have to be any particular way. You can kind of make it go up and down if you want, or however. But I kind of like, I actually do like that. I like that look. Okay. So here, you see how I've done this here? I've shifted it up so that we can allow us to see the burlap underneath it. And that's two reasons. So we can see the burlap underneath it, and we're going to use this to fold over our jute. You see? I'm gonna fold it over, and we're gonna trim that off once we get it folded over. And I just kind of want to look and see. And I've never done this, y'all. This is the first time I've done this craft. So bear with me if I make any mistakes. Okay, so I think I like that look. So right now, I'm going to set that aside, grab a little bit more jute, sticks to everything. And I'm going to quickly brush paint my boo and then we'll let that dry while we start attaching those. And again, I got these little at a local craft store. And sorry y'all. And sometimes I pour this out, and sometimes I just use it straight out of the bottle. And if your brush is stiff, you can just push it to the side on that wax paper. That's why I love that wax paper, because you can work all over your area. I do a lot of one-stroke painting. I don't do a lot of it, but I do one-stroke painting with Donna Dewberry. And so it's a great way to use when you're blending your paints. So again, I'm not going to use the sponge brush on this because it's just too big to worry about. We're just going to quickly get this painted. And I'm not worried about the back because you're not going to see through it. So if it gets a little bit heavy there, I'm not worried about it. And I might change my mind. I might end up painting it white because, see, you can do it all black. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, now that I'm painting this, I think maybe I might need to paint it white so you can see it better. Of course, you can paint it orange too if you want, or any other color. Let's stick that on the side. What do y'all think? I thought black, would be good, but now I'm thinking, well, this is natural, so it's not painted white, but that stands out a lot more. What do y'all think? Cool. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Well, I mean, it's cute. I might have to switch up and paint some white on that. Let's paint them white. I can always go back and repaint or get a new bee out of my stash. I think we're going to paint it white, and we're going to clean our brush real quick. Let's see. Again, this is great. I use this side for the yicky, and that's what I call the technical term, the yicky side. And then this is to kind of just refresh it to get that last bit of color. Let's see. These things work great. And it has a lid, so it comes off and you can pour it out and just cover the lid. So anyhow, again, I'm just gonna dip my brush down in here, and we're gonna, I think I'm gonna paint it white, y'all. Anybody have any comments? Nope. Let's see if I can scroll up. Nope, not scrolling. Y'all give me a heart if y'all like this project. If y'all think it's, cute, I'll do more of, not more of the ghost, but I'll do more Dollar Tree. I got a whole bunch of other little crafts. And we'll get the inside too. Let's just go in there. And, when you give me hearts or when you like it, then I know that I'm doing something that y'all want to see. Because I don't want to sit here and just do crafts by myself that I love. I love to share. And so that lets me know that y'all like this. And again, let's hold it down. This is, again, you see that wax paper? It's not getting all over my cutting board. I also make wreaths and other floral arrangements. And so this is what I love. I don't have to worry about it getting all over there. We're gonna let that dry. And I may paint that bee. We'll see. Let's get it clean again while we're waiting on that. You don't want your brushes to sit too long with paint, or then you just kind of, anyway. All right, so we're back onto that. Oops, get that out of there. Okay, let's make sure you guys can see me. So we're going to go back to the jute. We're gonna move those over so they're drying. My little boo. And we can do this a couple of ways. We can actually just go ahead and glue it here where we want, but I'll show you what we're going to do. So before we do this part here. So let me see. Looks like you can't. Ooh, y'all, I got an ant crawl on me. I have no idea how that got in here. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna have to find that. So I've crisscrossed this ribbon. Got ants being attacked by ants. Killer ants. Anyway, so I'm just gonna make a real quick little simple bow. And I'll cut another one and show you. But what we're gonna do, just so you get an idea of what's happening, is we're going to, once we get these on here, we're going to add these little bows here on either side so that she's kind of holding it. And again, you could make it weave if you want to. I'm actually gonna let this be loose so it has some dimension to it, but you can certainly, you know, glue it down. I don't like that because then you can kind of see it. So we're gonna glue it in the spot here so we can hide it with our bow. But I want to show you what I'm gonna do. It's just a quick way. I don't know how quick it is, but it's a way that I do it. So it doesn't really matter exactly how much you use, but I would say you want to start off. Okay, we're going to do this. We want to start off, we're going to cut it. Let's see. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's about 13 once we get there. So we're going to take this and make about 13 inches. Okay, and we're going to loop it around. And we're going to tie. We're going to make like a lasso. And I know this sounds crazy, but this is what I'm going to do. I'll show you why we're going to do this in just a minute. So we're going to leave the lasso just like it is, okay? And gosh, y'all tell me if y'all can't see me, okay? And I can't really see comments. I don't know why. It's not showing comments for some reason, so I apologize. I'll come back and definitely answer you. So you want it to be a little loose. And then we're going to come back over here again. Yeah. And we're going to measure another 13 inches. And I hope this works out right, you guys, because it did in theory. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So about right here. Right? So that's where we had it. So now we're going to, okay. We don't have to be perfect, but close enough. Ooh. So, and I'm losing all my little cute little sparklies. Okay, again, let's take that 13. Okay. And we're going to make another loop on the other end. I know that sounds crazy, y'all, but I'll tell you why. This is just what I'm trying. It doesn't have to be this complicated. You can certainly just do it, but this is what I'm doing. Okay, and see that may be, yeah, that's a little too long, so we can always shorten it up, and you can do it by pulling it, you know, a little loose. So let's try it here. What I'm trying to do is I wanted this to glue right here, and we'll just do it a little bit further. So I cut it way too long. Whoa! All right, I'm making the mistakes so you guys don't make them. So we'll just do the loop over here. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm concentrating, so I'm gonna be quiet. Y'all, I'm ambidextrous. I use both my right and left hand, and when I tie bows, I prefer tying my bows. I know that's weird. I prefer tying my bows left-handed. And the reason why I prefer that is because I can make them, I don't know why, and usually upside down. That's kind of crazy. When I'm tying smaller bows. Now, bows with making for my, see, I left that so you can loosen it. Anywho. Yeah, we got it working out. I do that because, I'll show you real quick. So, you see how that bow just comes out just like that? And it's, it's just a simple bow. But when I tie my bow, I'm predominantly right-handed, but I do eat left-handed and do other things. But when I tie my bows left-handed, they come out just like this, y'all. So it takes a little practice to do that, but I'm gonna tell you, you try it and it'll, I swear, it'll work. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to glue the, let me get this going. We're gonna take our buffalo check and our burlap. Yep. And see, I can loosen, so we've got that loose so we can tighten that up. And it looks like she's doing, she's a cowgirl. Y'all, I'm crazy. Sorry guys, I forgot to put my phone down, so we'll have to, hopefully, I'll call my hubby back in just a little bit. So what we want to do is we actually want to glue this on here. We want to shift it down. I'm just going to scooch her out of the way, you guys. Again, this is the first time I've done this project, so.
All right, I'm heading out.
Hey, okay, bye, love you.
Love you.
Okay, sorry guys, that's my daughter. And just saying goodbye. She's heading out to a meeting. Okay, so we're just gonna curl this. You see what I'm doing here? We're just gonna curl, bring it up to the camera a little bit. We're just gonna curl it under, and we're gonna glue it. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue here. So afraid, y'all. I just got to burn the other day. And I love this glue gun, but it does, I'm just going to tell you right now, it does, it puts out a lot of glue. So, and we're going to trim off those edges. Let's just hold it. And another thing for the wax paper, when you're doing glue, it keeps it from sticking. Okay, so we've, ow, ooh, see, I told you, we just burn ourselves. Woo! And it didn't quite get down there. So we're going to add just a tad bit up underneath there. I hope I got enough. And we're going to hold it down. Yeah, there we go. And we can trim these edges off. Again, I do have the little rubber fingers, but I couldn't find them today. Let's just test it out. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to tack it down. We're going to tack this part down. And then this is another thing too. So if you get a little off-centered, you can come back and trim it. Again, trim it off a little bit. So now we're going to tack this one down in the front. So I'm just going to put a little dot here, a little dot here, and a little dot there. And then we're just going to fold this over, and it will dry clear. There we go. Okay. Ooh, like I said, be careful. It's hot, and it'll dry, and you won't see those little spots. And you see how it just, it doesn't really stick to the... Okay, now we're going to measure and see real quick. Let's get this one going again. You can take whichever part that you want. It's got the fray check on it, so but I want it to look a little rustic, so kind of be here. See, it's gonna match. So we're gonna take, let's check this out real quick. Yeah, so we want to space it just a little bit. All right, shift her out of the way again. She's moving all around, and we're gonna finish up. And this time I cut it a little short, so let's do it this way. And it's the fun thing about crafting, y'all. I just thought about this. Since we're gonna fix it here, doesn't take long. We're just gonna run a little glue bead there, because that one to me is a little short. I'm afraid to touch it. There we go. Hey, thank you for joining me. Y'all don't forget, I got that King Sumo. You're gonna love this ribbon. I just made a big, gorgeous bow with this ribbon. It's your turn, your chance. I'll put it in the comments. Your opportunity to win, to try to win my giveaway. Okay, y'all. Sorry, I had it twisted around. So now we can come along here and do the same thing. Again, this is my first time doing this project. So we can either put it here, which is, I think I'm gonna do that. And some here. Yep. Looks good. We'll fold it over. Be careful. Woo! Use rubber tips, y'all, if you can. Woo! Yeah, that's cute. Ooh, again. I didn't burn myself, but it's close. Close enough. All right. All right. Let's get the last one done, just so we can see. And I think I'm gonna have to loosen this up just a tad, just to shift it down the string. Yeah, there we go. And again, we're gonna do our line. We'll trim these off here in just a minute. And we actually need to kind of just tack this down real quick. We're gonna tack it down. Onto that burlap. And it'll dry. Okay, that's our last one, y'all. Can you see? Let's pull her down so you can see. You can kind of see where we're going with this. See, we're gonna get it to come up to just below her little arms here. All right, let's see. We'll do it. I don't know why this one looks a little off. It is a little off, you guys. I just cut it kind of off. Let's trim her up a little bit. We'll move her around, or it around. This is cute. Y'all, this is gonna be so cute. I'm just telling you, it's good. And I'm gonna show you something. I just thought of something. I'll show you in a minute after we get this done. I'm gonna stay focused. How many people love to craft, y'all? I craft. I can do really hard crafts if I want to, if I get my mind made up to do something. Or I can do, that feels like a little, oh, yeah. Let's just make sure, just double checking on my size and my location. Yeah, okay. I can do hard crafts, or you need quickie ones. It's fairly quick. Or, you know, stuff from the dollar store. Wherever you find all the stuff that you want to do. All right, we got to put a little bit of space in there, just a little bit. And we're Nobody's going to see the back, so we're not worried about that. Woo. All right, so that's the back. And let's get this going. Okay, here we go. And again, it's not meant to be perfect, you guys. Actually, there's some glue sticking there to it. Hey, that worked. All right, let's tack her, you see? Let's tack her back on the bottom just so she doesn't go in a whole bunch of places. And again, you can use a smaller glue gun. I think might work a little bit, just a tad bit to tack it down. You don't have to tack it down, I'm just doing it, but it'll dry clear. Okay guys, so let's pull her back. See what you can see. And so now we have our little banner. Looks kind of cute to me. And okay. So let's see if we want her to go higher. Let's just check her out. Let's check her out. Yeah, we can go a little higher. I do want her little arm to see through, so that's why I'm trying to get a little bit further down where she's just doing this, and we're adjusting it. Okay, all right. So before we do the bows, I'm gonna go ahead and glue. Remember we painted this? I'm gonna go ahead and glue, put some glue on the back. Now I'm nervous because I'm shaking because I don't want to burn myself. And we're just gonna glue real quick. There we go. I'm gonna take the other one. I mean, it's no certain step you have to take. Oh, y'all. Ooh, I just do not want to burn. We all been there. How many of y'all have been burned? Ow, ow. Burned by, like that. Lord, I was burned. Y'all, this is so much fun. So you can do, you see how that, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I like the white. I think I'm gonna have to paint this one white, and if it doesn't cover it real well, then we'll just yeah, it's gonna do pretty good. If it doesn't cover it real well, we'll use another letter. I'll come back and paint another letter. Or, you know, kind of touch it up. Let's just quickly get this painted, and then we'll get on to doing the other part while it dries. And this paint, this is one reason why I like this particular paint, because it seems to cover really well. It covers pretty, we can go back here. We don't care what it looks like on the back, because it's going to be glued down. But you do want to get some of the excess off. There we go. And we can always put a quickie top layer. Let's get some of this off so we, okay, we'll just get some of that. Okay, yeah, but you can paint them orange. You don't have to. We'll put that over to dry. You don't have to paint it white, or you can do it in neon colors. You can do it glow in the dark paint would be cool. Y'all, I'm so sorry. You burn yourself every day. I'm telling you, I pretty much do too. And it's not just paint when I burn myself either. I tell you, I think I have a equilibrium issue, because sometimes I just, I can't walk right. I just run into things. All right, let's go ahead and get this glued down where we want it to be, and then we can adjust these. So I'm just gonna test it again. I wanna get it right about there. Yeah, let's just go for it. Oh, you know what I almost forgot to do? Is to come back here and you see, we're just gonna trim it. See, we're just gonna go along and trim those little pieces. The excess that we saw, we can just trim it up. See, before we do it, let's just trim it up and we'll give it a haircut. Yeah, we're almost there, I promise. I do have to go after this to pick up hubby from work because my car's in the shop. So I need to go pick him up. And I had to drive him to work today. We're gonna put the bee there. We just gotta let it dry a little bit. I should have turned that off, but I didn't think about it. So, hold on. Put some glue. Yep, almost time for a new glue stick. Okay, we're just gonna tack her on like that. And we can adjust it a little bit before it dries because we want it to be sort of at an angle. Let's see if y'all can see that. Okay, so we've done that here. And just to be kind of quick, I was gonna show you that what we can do, we can actually add a little bit. So I bought these cute, adorable, little sparkly, these are pom-poms. They come in all multiple sizes, but they're sparkly. They have little sparkles on them. I thought they were adorable. Anyway, and you know, just randomly pick out some colors. Let's grab some oranges ones. So we're gonna get a little bit of something. And I'm just gonna kind of quickly just do it right here. Well, I'm gonna do it in the middle. So we're gonna, let's do a purple. And you can just tap it on. Oop. Let's do an orange, you see? And we're just gonna add in a green. Some of these little pom-poms just to give it another little something, something. Again, y'all, my glue gun. I need to add another glue stick here. I'm gonna grab another glue stick real quick, guys. Take me a second. Okay, and we did, doesn't matter really, but we'll just do orange since we got it right there. Woo! Careful. And green. And we're just adding a little dab of glue, and they will stay. How's it looking so far, y'all? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Hope not. Hearts? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate it. Oh, you're gonna redoing a witch's hat? That's awesome, Kathy. I'm fixing to do a witch's hat, floral, on a wicker basket. I'm gonna do that this Saturday, I believe. Okay, we're gonna quickly add this other one up here because we know about where it needs to go. We're almost done. Oop. Oop. You know what? It don't matter, but we can do this. There we go. I guess that's OCD on me coming out. Oh my gosh, y'all. I didn't realize you can't see me. Ooh, it's black. Well, let's leave the black one on there so you can see, because we can always pull it off. I'm so sorry, y'all. I thought you could see what I was working on. My apologies. Okay. So, if you want to get crazy, look at there. You can really go crazy. Look, you can do all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Let me grab these little suckers while they're going. We're gonna put them in here. Just get them out of our way and not go all over. So you can do crazy stuff. You can add, see what I'm saying? You could do all kinds of stuff with them. I want to quickly, again, paint this little bee, get her painted so we can get her dry. All right. So we've got that done, and we've got our little lassos, and we can just loosen them up just a little bit. Actually, we'll loosen this one up. That one's kind of tight. And it's glued, so I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to push it down a little bit and get it tight. See how I just did that? Got it tight. We're gonna loosen this one up. And I know this probably sounds difficult, but I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but hey, you never know. Y'all have any brighter ideas, just let me know. But you see how we got it tightened up, and now we have, and it doesn't matter if they're equal size or not, because we're actually gonna cut these. So, let me see. So I cut this ribbon here. Let's see. Let's measure it this way so we know the length. Just to give you an idea of the length. So it's about almost 14 inches long. In between 13 and 14. So we're going to fold it over like this, where it's kind of almost like a crisscross. And we want it just a little bit. And we're gonna fold it just like this. Okay, you see how it has sort of like that? Almost like a, and we can adjust it as we go. But you see how like I fold it over, okay? And we're just gonna pinch it in the middle, and again you can adjust it a little bit. You're gonna pinch it in the middle, and we're gonna take this loop right here, see? And if we want to do extra security, we can put a little bead of glue there, tap it down, and we're going to trim off, of course, any excess that we have. Okay, all right. So we're going to take our, I want to make sure you can see me here. So we're going to take that little bow, see it right there? We're going to take it, and what we're going to use is we're going to use this to tie it to the project. There we go. And you can adjust it. See, I can pull it out and adjust it to whatever way it looks cute. See? Okay. And then if you want, again, I'm going to do, well, I didn't actually, let's see if we have enough in there. Okay, there we go. So we can do it like that, or you can just leave it natural and just tie a knot. Or you can tie it and, you know, kind of like that. However way you like it. You can cut it off to shorter. You can tie another bow, however you want to do it. And so now we have some excess. Y'all, I didn't really want to do that. I didn't really want to leave these crazy eyes, but you could do it. See how you can change the shape of the eyes? You can make it crazy looking if you want. Anywho, so right now, I think we're going to just do, and I'm going to leave this one here. We're just going to do it because I want mine to look more like a girl. To me, I mean, a boy can hold the bow up too. It can be girly as she, I don't know, whatever. But I want it to look more girly. So I'm going to do a real quick scrappy bow. You can use any colors that you want to make this scrappy bow. We're gonna move her here. We're gonna add that bee. It's still drying, but we're gonna add that in just a minute to finish it off. You can adjust it. So you just take, it's a scrappy bow. So I learned how to make these, or I did these pretty close to these, almost exactly, years ago, making hair bows for little girls. You can just take, this was a quick way, and then cheerleading, also you can do that for cheerleading. My friends that were cheerleaders, I had friends that were cheerleaders, I'm sure they remember making these kind of bows. But, so actually, what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna start layering, so let me just grab it this way. So we're just gonna make an X, and I'm sure y'all have seen other people online making these scrappy bows. I know other people, this is their go-to bow. I understand that, but I've seen people making these for door hangers for years. So everybody has their own technique, and I know that theirs looks great too. So, again, I'm just telling you where I first saw these, and just making them for a little girl's hair. Anyhow, so I'm gonna take a little extra jute, cut it over here, and we're gonna take this and we're gonna pinch it like that. And you can use any colors you want. If you want to add, we've got a purple thing. I'm not going to add it now, but if you want to add purple, you can add purple. If you want to just strictly stick with a black and white, and you have some black and white, I got a whole stack of cute ribbons, some with spiders and all kinds of grays. I picked these up when Walmart, they haven't done it yet, but when Walmart, I got these last year, but when Walmart puts out their Halloween and fall stuff, they usually have little bins down below with ribbons, and I just picked them up. They're $1. And then if they're still there, pardon me, they're still there, after the holiday, pardon me y'all, I'm gonna take some drink. They're still there, then you can get them, for cheap. Usually you can't find them though, so you gotta buy them when you see them. At least that's my luck. Okay, so we're going to take, and this is just a quick bow, and we're gonna lay it down, and you can use a pipe cleaner, you can use another piece of ribbon, you can use jute, you can do whatever, but I like kind of the little jute look. And you can, tie it in the back or tie it off like that, however you choose, and then you can shift them so that you can see different ribbons. You can make it longer, shorter, whatever your heart's desire or whatever you think looks best. And we can tie a knot in it. Here we go. And so you can leave it like that and, tie it to something else. You can actually come back through here, and again, we'll finish that off. You can actually take this out if you want. Let's do that. You could leave it or take it out. We'll take it here just in case. Let's take that one out. So you can actually go back through the holes. It's a pretty good little hole. And you can actually, I can do this probably by hand, but if you have any trouble with this, just use tape. So, okay, here we go. So now we're gonna make her a little girl. I'm gonna flip her over so I can tie it to the back. And we can do it this way. Now you could have left that little thing, or you can put it back. You can tie it in there if you want back. But I'm just gonna tie it in a knot. Okay, and then you can come back up here and tie another knot. Or you can, if you're gonna put this on a wreath, or if you think it's cute enough to put on a wreath, you can just take, cut this whole part off. just trim it. But if you're going to, I better hold that right or I'm going to hurt myself. Anyhow, and then you can just kind of, and if you want to stabilize it, again, you just shift this around. If you want to stabilize it or make the little bow a little, you see what I'm saying? You can just trim it off. And I'm going to post this later once I finish it, you guys. And if you want to put take a paintbrush and make a little circle for her eyes, you can. But that's pretty much, I'll come back and finish. This is still wet, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on here. Maybe in these two corners. There we go. Oh. Shift it over a little. And, okay. And we can brush her off and touch that up with black paint. Again, if you want to do that. So I'll come back later today because I've got to run and pick my hubby up and pick my car up. So we'll come back and I'll show you the finished project. But I'm going to tilt you up, guys. Hey, thank y'all. Hey, Christy, how are you? Is that Christy? That's Christy from high school. You're one of the cheerleaders. Hey, Christy. I hope you're doing well. I don't get to get on Facebook with a lot of friends, old friends from school. I just got so much going on, you know, we're all like that. We got lots going on. We got our children growing and marrying and having grandchildren, not mine yet, but anyway, let me show you. So here we go. We have a cute little door hanger. It's a girl, so we put the bow. So if you wanted this just to be a boy, you don't even have to do that. You could just rustically tie the jute into a bow and it's a guy, you know, or you can, you know, remember we painted the back of those little round woods that we glued. We painted it black and you can keep them scary. And you don't have to put her bow up in the center. You can do it here. Or you can put it, you know, you can leave the hanger and put the bow, you know, kind of kink to the side. But this is the gist of my little Dollar Tree. You guys, this little thing was $1. I think I got actually the wood pieces. It's a whole bag of alphabets. You know, by the time the coupon, it was $1, you know, $1.25, and I got tons I can use for other projects. The ribbon wasn't much, you know, it was a little 12 inches. The ribbon, the jute, you know, maybe, I probably have $2 maybe in this, $2.50. I'm serious, it's that. And then if you don't, you know, if you want to flip it over and do something different, you can, you know, whichever you choose to do. But I thought it was cute, and I enjoy crafting at 5 with you, and I hope you have a blessed day. Don't forget, I have a King Sumo. I will come back and post the link to the King Sumo giveaway. If you're not crafty, then send it to a friend of yours that you know is crafty or someone that you think might love it. It's for sure this ribbon and this, what I call a sweet tea swag bag. It's all goodies to make something for fall. I'm not showing you everything in there because it's a surprise. And there may be a gift card in there. Who knows? And the stuff is, it's a mixture of stuff, so I'm not even going to go into more details about it. But I will post that link to the King Sumo so you can enter it and hopefully win. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for your support. You know, sprinkle it among your friends. The more that I'm just going to tell y'all, some of you know and some of you don't know, but what happens with Facebook is that if you don't comment and you don't put hearts, and I'm not asking for you to do if you don't want to, if you do not do that, it makes you're not shown to other people. And so it's not about vanity at all. It's about just showing other people the projects. And the more the people that show, and more that I know that you're enjoying it, and that you want me to come on here and do more. And that's, it's not vanity at all. It's just wanting to do things. I grew up low income. I'm just going to tell you, didn't have a ton of stuff. My family didn't have, they had 8 children. So anyway, so I always loved crafting, and because we couldn't get a lot of things. But anyway, long story, and I just always have loved it. So I enjoyed all of you joining me, and I hope that you had fun. Again, thumbs up, hearts, whatever. Let me know how you feel about this project. You got any ideas that you want to share? Please do. I'd love to hear your ideas. If there's something specifically you want me to do or try, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, off to go get my hubby in my car, and y'all have a blessed day. Again, thank you for joining me, and I'll put those links up for you. Bye, y'all.